welcome to another league match with Worldly Tutor Reanimator. Check out the description for the deck list, and let's see what we're playing against. Off the top of my head, I don't know what kind of deck this player plays, and I'm not going to spoil the surprise by going and Googling it up. I can say this hand is not doing the things that I want. This hand doesn't have any way to put a creature in the graveyard. It also doesn't have any disruption, so that's also a mulligan. Okay, this has a Worldly Tutor that can bin a creature. I've got 2 pieces to bring it back. I think it's a keep. It's not like an exciting 5, but it's probably better than a 4. It's a little bit awkward that we have a swamp and don't have a green source to cast our Worldly Tutor with, but I mean that's how it goes with a 5-card hand sometimes. I think I'll lead on the Polluted Delta, and I think I'm gonna barring something really weird happening, I'm gonna get a Surveil land and just see if I can spike a creature in the graveyard, because that'll happen sometimes. Alright, well, looks like we're playing against the Chalice deck, so this does change our plans a little bit. Yeah, I think we go for Plan B, which is a Worldly Tutor for a Troll. And we're going to try and win the game with the Troll. I'm gonna take a Surveil land so I can set up my next draw. Oh shit. Wasn't thinking that through fully, but whatever. We've got our 3rd land drop, and our Worldly Tutor was not doing us any good otherwise. Yeah, this would work a lot better with an Animate Dead than a Shallow Grave, but yeah, you can try and jam the Reanimate through the Chalice of the Void when you're sitting down in paper, but it's not going to get you there online. Okay, we're playing against Goblins, and this hand is going nowhere fast. Thoughtseize, can't cast it. Yeah, a lot of Goblins decks don't play the Chalice, and those are a lot better for us. Okay, so I think realistically that we have no way to win because there's no way to put a creature in the graveyard unless we hit it off of a Surveil trigger. I guess, yeah. I mean, I guess if I draw exactly Unmask and a Fatty, then that's a line that can work, but it has to happen really, really quick. The Chalice on 2, that's gonna lock up the game. Alright, well, our hand was pretty weak to a Chalice. It was a mold of 5 on a not super amazing hand anyway, but that'll happen sometimes. Alright, so against Goblins, we want the Smog package, because they're gonna be on either Leyline of the Void or a bunch of graveyard hate. And we know they have Chalice, so I think our Dark Rituals look a bit worse. I think we're on the play. On the draw, I might consider taking out the Thoughtseizes. I'm going to trim one of the big creatures. Shallow Grave looks pretty bad against Leyline decks, whereas Animate Dead can at least grab their stuff, so that'll stay in. And yeah, this is a hand we might adjust, assuming we go to a game 3. I think the 3rd card that I would cut is a Reanimate. Or, yeah, let's cut a Reanimate. Because, yeah, seeing 2 Chalices in the opening game, they're probably on 4 of them. So our chance of resolving 1 CMC spells is pretty high. Alright, what do we got? This hand is terrible. This hand against anything other than Leyline of the Void will win us the game. I mean, yeah. I think saying anything other than Leyline of the Void and we win the game is a pretty good place to be. I wonder what I want to throw back. I think I want to keep Gristlebrand in my hand. No? Like, okay, let's see. If they have a Leyline, then Animate Dead is good because I can, in theory, take one of their creatures. So I think Grizzlebrand goes to the bottom. I was thinking about whether there's some situation where I'd want to, like, go to discard and discard a Grizzlebrand, but nah, not on the draw. Okay, and they have the Leyline. So now we are in the try to adjust our plan to be something else part of the game. Yep, 7-card hand with a Leyline in it. Sometimes they have it. Is it going to be a Chalice too? And they're going to have the name sticker goblin. Yeah, this kind of the goblin nut draw. I think the goblins matchup is like 50-50, pretty even. And oh, interesting, the One Ring. Sure, why not? I guess I'll take that over a Muxus. I was gonna say the goblins matchup is pretty even, but then there's some nut draws that neither side is beating, and that is that's one of our outs to the Leyline. So we have a chance. So this turn I'm passing. I'm gonna hit the Leyline at their end step, and then we're gonna go and find a fatty. Yeah, Beseiju. Awesome card. Love it. And I just have to hope that they are on like a pretty slow plan. I mean, they're drawing a pile of cards, which is pretty bad for me, but this is absolutely beatable. Alright, Broadside is going to make blocking very difficult, and it also means that we're going to be dead very quickly. They've got 4 cards in their hand. Oh my god. Alright, yeah, the ring is just going to bury us here, but so that'll dome us for 5. This does mean that I can clear their board with an Archon, which is kind of awesome. Yeah, I mean, I think the winning, I mean, I could go for Gristlebrand and try and draw some cards, but then the problem is that the Bombardiers is going to dome me for 6 next turn, so I need to get that off the field. And they don't have a whole lot of mana to work with, which is good. I think I'll Entomb during my upkeep. Just because, yeah, I mean, if I drew the Archon, I'd be pretty unhappy. So I guess the other play would be to go for like Atraxa and hope to really high roll and also get an Archon. And I think there are lines that get us there. I mean, that's the Atraxa is the high roll play, Archon is the safe play, but I think with them drawing 3 cards next turn, I mean, if I get an Atraxa and reanimate Atraxa, I've got to both kill this and them to not have a Broadside Bombardiers next turn. If I get an Archon and animate Dead it, then if they have a Broadside Bombardiers anywhere in a 7-card hand, then I'm pretty dead. I guess I could get Gristlebrand and go to 2 No, I think we go for Atraxa. We go to 2 with Atraxa, and then we hope to, like, really, really spike it with the stuff we pull from her. Alright, what do we got? Land is good. Lotus Petal is good. We can Cabal Therapy and Archon of Cruelty into our graveyard, but don't have enough mana. We can Entomb Archon of Cruelty. Take the Animate Dead because that's freebie. Cabal Therapy versus Chain of Smog. So we're taking Grief because we want the Archon of Cruelty in the deck. I think Cabal Therapy is probably more useful. I mean, yeah, I don't think this is going to turn into a game where Witherbloom Apprentice is going to show up, so we'll take the Cabal Therapy. Alright. So... Entomb... Archon of Cruelty... Animate Dead... Archon of Cruelty... So our plan to high roll with Atraxa has kind of worked. We're going to have to clear their board out. Now I can grief them. I think we'll dump the Animate Dead. Ringleader or Muxus? I mean, Muxus just like beats us, but it's less castable. What do they have to hit in order to get a Muxus? A 2-mana land versus Ringleader. It's going to be hard for them to have a follow-up, so I think we take Muxus. And we need our land drop. Alright, well, let's see if they draw Broadside Bombardiers, because we just died to that, but that's, that is what it is. That was a tight game. That was very, very close. They did get to see our Chain of Smog, so they know that combo is in the deck. On the draw, what's worse? I mean, I think the Reanimates get a little bit worse, and the Thoughtseizes get a little bit worse. Collector Roof. I mean, if they're going to play the One Ring, then maybe I want a Collector Roof more than I want a Thoughtseize. Because, yeah, I mean, obviously they're still going to have Chalice in the deck. Yeah, let's give that a shot. Alright, this is a turn 3 kill you with Witherbloom Apprentice. I mean, yeah, we keep those. It's just a question of, like, how do we want to sequence it, really. I guess, I mean, if they have a Chalice, then this is, this gets beat pretty bad. But weighing the chances of a turn 1 Chalice versus, like, a Leyline of the Void, and, yeah, I mean, this loses very badly to a Chalice of the Void, is the takeaway I would have on it. But if I'm able to just, like, get lucky and hit a Witherbloom Apprentice, which is, you know, it's not impossible, I could beat a Chalice. So, yeah, I don't think we send these back. Being able to beat a hand with a lot of graveyard hate is good enough. Alright, they're going to 6. Love to see that. Yep, I hope they'll just mulligan down to 2 for a Leyline of the Void and then lose on the third turn to a Chain of Smog. That's our hope and our dream. Alright, there's the Leyline. And that was not like a snap keep hand. So I'm hoping that the other pieces of it are a little weak. Oh no. Oh, okay. That's really not that bad. Alright, now we get to think about sequencing a little bit. Because I really want to cast the Witherbloom and win with it on the same turn. So maybe I'll hold off a turn on the Worldly Tutor, and I'll Surveil once instead. Because yeah, I don't want to have my Witherbloom Apprentice in play for a turn where it could just die to Broadside Bombardiers, because I've certainly lost that way a couple of times. Alright, what's the 3-mana play of choice? Trinosphere. Okay, well that changes the game plan a little bit. I think that means we're casting a Worldly Tutor now. And yeah, I think this is not going to go well for them, because like so yeah, that takes away the line of going for the Witherbloom and Smog in the same turn, so I just have to really hope that there's not a Broadside Bombardier in their hand. Let's just see if they got it. But yeah, they would need to have both a 3-mana, or both a Soul Land and a Broadside Bombardier, which is pretty low chance, and they don't have it. And Chain of Smog is going to win us this game. Ooh, alright, close match against Goblins. Yeah, they got us in the first game. Couldn't beat the turn 1 Chalice, but game 2, Beseiju to the rescue, beating a Leyline of the Void, and here we see the Smog combo doing exactly what it's supposed to do, which is cutting through all this hate. So I hope you're enjoying this content and you're finding it a little bit useful. Hit subscribe if you'd like to see more of it, and check out the next video for the next match in the series. Thanks.